Hi, welcome back to the Just Sawdust, part, I don't know, 13 I think, of the van conversion. This is a bit of a chaotic video because I made a list of all the little things I need to do. So I put a wall behind the passenger seat, and I'm keeping that other space open. We're going to have a curtain there because maybe in the future I will find another seat. So now we've got like a bench there for two persons, but it's hard to find a passenger seat for the car. And I don't mind whether it's a driver seat or not. You know, the driver seat would fit there, so yeah, but as long as we don't have it, at least for the future that's already done. So we can have a curtain there, and then we can go from the cabin back into the van. And then I've got all these things that I still need to do. I've got to make a table leg on the sliding table. I've got to make two drawers on the back. I've got to make a little shelf for the kitchen. Make these curtains. Get some insulation on the back doors and the sliding door. And one of the things that I still need to make is the battery box. So I'm going to do that now and trying to figure out what's the best way to go. I could just put a strap on the battery right away now. It's underneath the driver's seat and it would be fine, but I still think it's better when it's covered with some air holes for ventilation and things like that. So let's see if we can get that done. Yeah, all these little parts. That's what makes a difference, I think. that's a few jobs finished. This side is in, and the little USB socket works, little light and the fan. So that's done. And then about the inside, behind the driver's seat, it's hard to film. I can't get there with the camera because I don't want to take the seat out. But it works. So there's a nice cover over the leisure battery, the lithium battery. I can just with two little hooks can take the top off when I need to be there. Then there's another little box underneath the chair that's connected to that with a little hatch that I can open, and I can put my charging cable in there when I want to charge the battery from a landline, and some other stuff that you need for the car. So, and it's all covered in this, well, tapestry, how do you call it? I can't imagine that people put this on the floor where it's supposed to be, because it's really thin and I don't think that would last long, but for on the walls works perfect. And so that's another few jobs done. I just had a friend over here who looked at my electric system of the fan, because the lights went on and things like that. Well, there's nothing wrong with the relays, there's nothing wrong with well, anything other than moisture. And we looked at a few places where it would be possible with heavy rainfall, where there could come a few drops into the back plate of where all the relays are. And it's not a print, because this car is completely analog, there's no computer or anything in it, but everything's so close together that moisture could possibly make a connection, so that there would be current flowing from one side to the other, because on a few of these relays is a constant power. So even when you shut off the fan, there will be constant power on these relays from the battery. And of course then the relay is connected to a switch, and when you put on the switch, the relay makes sure that the power goes, well, until whatever it's powering. We came up with, the only thing is that I have to go underneath the bonnet and clean a bit, get all the wires nicely, and some wires are still not really sealed, so I seal everything as good as I can and make a little cap over the places where the whole spaghetti thing with wires is. That used to be in a box, but since they rebuilt the engine, somehow that box is away. I already put the big starter relay, the one that does the glow plugs, that relay, we already put that outside the box years ago, because that would get wet and that would make false connections. So it's all really tiny, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a cover over that, make everything dry, seal as much as possible, and then what we want to do is, but I'm not going to do that myself, although I probably could, but I'm just going to that little company we have here in town, and I'm going to ask them to make a big master switch between the battery and the cable, so that when I store the van for a few days, that I don't need the van, because we drive it maybe once a week, and now when I'm building it, it's already standing here for like, I don't know, 2 months. So, and in the winter we don't use it much, because we're travelers who want to travel to, you know, nice weather. So, but then I've got the possibility to just pull the switch instead of, you know, taking the cables off the battery. That would be, you know. So, and I want to put that switch somewhere that I can reach it, and maybe other people don't know where it is, so it's also like a security item then. So yeah, that's a solution we come up with. But yeah, the car runs, everything works, so now it's dried out again, there's no problem. So we'll see. But enough talking about what I've done this week. There's another part coming, and maybe 2 parts, because yes, I did get the awnings finally. That's another story, I'll tell you that in another video, but that means that I need to make the C profile where the awnings are going on around the van, so that's outside work. I need to put the camera the other way around because it's upside down. I found out that I need to have my display for the rear view camera on a 12-volt little block too, so it doesn't really like the 13 volts that come out of the solar panel, 13.7. So I found out that with the little package also came like a little device that you could put in between, so I just have to unscrew this panel one more time to put that in between, but that will work. And then there's a lot of other things we need to do. Curtains, fly screen, installation of the back doors and the side door. So yeah, there's going to be a few more videos. I'll keep going up with it, and well, you can watch them if you want to, if you don't get bored with this build. And hopefully in the future I can show you actually some traveling with this car. So for now, at the logo.